All right, guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an email that was sent to me from a subscriber that tells his story about the 5 years from hell he spent with this girl who was his girlfriend and all the crap that he put up with over those years because, wait for it, the first year, the honeymoon period was so great that pretty much he felt that he needed to endure all that bullshit to basically hold on to love and all that. And how many times have I told you guys about the honeymoon period? How in the beginning, and I'm sure plenty of you guys have been through this and experienced this, in the beginning, everything's great. Yeah, everything's all magical and all that bullshit. But ultimately, the honeymoon period will end, okay? The honeymoon period could be a few months. It could be a year. And, guys start to get in their heads that, hey, this girl is the one. Or she's different than all the rest, and everything that every people have told me to watch out for, that's just a bunch of crap because she's different. And guess what? Once the honeymoon period ends, that's when you start to see a lot of the true colors, okay? And typically during that period of time where everything's so magical and great and all that, that's when guys get the idea that, hey, we ought to move in together. Or if she brings it up, they think it's a great idea because, hey, I get to have this great stuff all the time, right? Or some guys rush in and marry the girl. Either they elope or they at least get engaged. And then eventually the true colors come out. And you're going to see that what I'm talking about here, guys, this is why I warn you about this all the time. And this guy's story is a lesson to help you guys understand that if you're being disrespected by your girlfriend, if she is being demeaning towards you and doing things like that, you got to check her on it, okay? You do not hang back and be passive and let her disrespect you, abuse you and all that because, number one, you're a man and you shouldn't take that type of crap from anybody, but also, number two, if you do that, guess what? It's going to go worse because she'll lose more respect for you and treat you more like crap, and it'll get worse and worse, as you're going to see here. You never tolerate any bullshit. You walk away. If somebody's mistreating you, you get out of there. Because guess what, guys? There are plenty of options out there for those of you guys that do dating and relationships and all that. But guess what? By you walking away, by you checking her, she's going to respect you and minimize the amount of crap she's going to pull. There will always be testing. There will always be bullshit. But if you check them on it, believe me, they learn. And the most powerful thing, guys, is the word no. And also the ability for you to walk away. No, them knowing that they disrespect you, they push you too far, that you can walk away just like that. It's a game changer. Trust me on this. So I'm going to go through the story here, and you can see what I'm talking about here. And hopefully, guys that are new to this, you can learn something to help you out later on down the road, or help you out right now if you're in a situation like this. So it starts off. Hello, Strong. Hopefully you're well. Before anything more, I'd like to thank you deeply for the content you make. Your channel has helped me in many ways, as you'll soon read. It's great to have someone focus on male issues and what we struggle with. God knows mainstream media won't go near it. You're damn right mainstream media won't go near it. Nobody's going to go near it because, God forbid they do and tell the truth. And you're welcome. I'm glad to help you, and I'm glad to help all you guys out there. This is my purpose. This is why I do video, at least a video every day, and sometimes 2 videos a day. And if I miss a day, I try to double up on videos. And this is why I'm really trying to expand things to help you guys out. I live for this. I get excited when I plan videos. I get excited when I make videos, publish them, all that. This is my purpose, guys. So I'm going to be here for a while until they kick me out. He says, the below may get lengthy, so for ease, I'll bullet point her indiscretions and give as quick and detailed summary as possible. He says, I just received... excuse me, guys. I'm losing my voice here, so hopefully I'm not coming down with anything. I've just removed myself from a 5-year relationship that I should have left within the first year. I met her at university, my last day, handing in the dissertation, and she was a temporary receptionist. I told her we're going for a drink, and things went from there. Now, the first year was grand, truly a wonderful time of bliss, but from that 1-year anniversary point onwards, shite started hitting the fan. And he says, really quick, heavy, and in abundance. See what I mean? Right there, he said the first year was grand, and things were full of bliss and all that. That's how it is. That's usually how it goes. And then a lot of the true colors come about. He says, now for ease of time, I will bullet point the next 5 years of her attacks. Bullshit, treatment, etc. Please understand, I am by no means squeaky clean and a saint. I raised my voice, swore, and had arguments. However, I will admit many of these did come as a result of her actions. You were defending yourself, man. Okay? And here he's going to break down a whole bunch of things that she started to do after the honeymoon period and see if this sounds familiar to you guys. And you're going to see just how out of her mind this woman was. And you're going to be thinking, why in God's name did this guy bail? But a lot of guys, because of that honeymoon period, because things were so magical and wonderful in the beginning, they cling to that hoping that things will get better. And they don't. And they tolerate just so much disrespect. You can't do that. Number one, for yourself. It's your life. Life is short. Have some self-respect. But also, by you tolerating the bad treatment, she's going to lose more respect for you. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So the first thing he says is that she threatened and actually broke up with me genuinely 100 plus times. So 100 times over 5 years, that's like 20 times a year. So that's pretty much like every other week or every couple of weeks. That then and there, I tell you that she's nuts. Another one, she took a 5-week trip to Australia with her girlfriends. While there, got in a fight with me and told me she'd cheat on me if I didn't leave her alone. Then said she did cheat, and then finally that she didn't. So, manipulation and mind games. You know, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to cheat on you. She told me that she wanted to sleep with people from work when we'd have arguments. So in other words, you have a disagreement, and she doesn't like how it's going. So if you're not going to basically agree with her or play ball, she's threatening to sleep with her coworkers. Real nice, huh? Again, why this guy didn't leave, I can never understand. But you know what? He's learning, and by this process, he learns. Took him all these years to learn, but if he learns this, okay, he finally learned, and these experiences can help you guys. Another one. This is a really bad one. He says, she hit me across the face on 5 different occasions. First being at my brother's wedding back home in Canada. And he says, reason being I wasn't giving her the small bits of free time that I had, 30 minutes through the entire day. Guys, obviously you're not going to tolerate any kind of disrespect, but if anyone, but in this case, when dealing with women, if she slaps you, she lays a hand on you, you're out of there. That is like pretty much one of the ultimate forms of disrespect. I don't care what the situation is, you're gone. A couple days ago, I did a video called dealing with women testing all men, and I talked about different degrees of testing, from playful teasing and all that to test your confidence, to outright disrespect, starting fights in public, starting fights when your friends and family are there, physically attacking you, slapping. They do that, it's over. You're gone. You get out of there and you walk away and you never look back. You never tolerate that, because if you tolerate that and you stick around, what is that going to show her? You acting like a strong, masculine male with a lot of options with women? No way. You're acting like a little bitch that is just lucky in your eyes to have her and take the abuse. No. You don't tolerate that stuff, guys, ever. Another one. She slept in some guy's bed on a night out because she claimed to have missed the last train and needed a place to stay. And he says, yeah, midnight taxis clearly stopped running and he has a couch. It was someone from her work. Nothing happened, according to her. Yeah, sure. Another one. She wouldn't tell her mom about my cystic fibrosis because she knew that her family wouldn't accept me for having it, a thing I clearly signed up for at birth. Yeah, that sounds like somebody really loving and really cares about you. It's not your fault you have it. Another one. I went to the studio to record an album, and he says playing the drums is what I moved to England to do. When I came home 3 days later, she had moved out of the flat we just moved into 5 weeks prior. No heads up, no notice, just a letter saying I was arguing too much and listed what I needed to do to fix things. I said, you're back in 2 weeks or we're done. She didn't come back, so that was it. And he says in parentheses, her asking not to have her name on the rental agreement was a clear red flag. Yes, it was. So after all this crap that she's been doing over the years, he then decides to move in with her. It's insane. I mean, I'm not trying to give this guy a hard time. I have a lot of respect for him telling his story, being humble enough to tell his story and admit that he obviously screwed up to help other guys. And he's obviously learned his lesson here, but it's like, damn, when it comes to a woman that guys fall in love with or become infatuated with because they love their bodies and they love the sex and all that, the amount of crap guys put up with, it's amazing. This is why you guys need to develop an abundance mindset to improve yourself so much that you know that, hey, you know what? It doesn't work out with this woman, even though she's hot and she's great in the sack. So what? There's plenty of options out there because I'm a prize. I got my shit together. I make good money. I take care of myself. I got a good body. I drive a nice car. I got money in the bank. I got lots of friends. There's plenty of options out there. So if it doesn't work, who cares? I won't tolerate this type of crap. That's the direction I want you guys all to move into at your own pace. That's my goal for all you guys. Fast forward to the current day. She wouldn't stop reaching out to me claiming how she wanted me back and had changed, etc. So after months of wearing down, I agreed to have a look at trying things out, provided what she was saying was true. Ignore the past and start fresh. Yeah, let's see how that works out. Things seemed grand for the first few weeks. However, my big point was, if this will go forward, you can never lie to me again or do the past behaviors. For if you do, you'll be gone from my life forever, and that will be done. She agreed, and slowly we crept forward. Yeah, watch how this turns out. Remember, guys, generally speaking, people don't change. A leopard does not change its spots. And it's the same thing with people. Upon my asking if she'd been with anyone, she said no. I admitted to my side of the coin, and that was left. A few weeks later, it turns out that she had, in fact, slept with a few guys, not a week or two after we ended. Needless to say, as she lied to me and knew I wouldn't tolerate it, I booted her out of my life and blocked her on everything. Hallelujah, bro. It took you 5 years, but you finally did it, so better late than never. Her justification was, and listen to this load of crap. Her justification was, I was trying to find you and everyone I was with. What a load of crap. I missed you and only wanted you. Well, looks like she'll never get that wish. He says, it took me far too long. You're right. I have had a lot to learn from this, and for whatever reason, the lesson took me 5 years and it was painful. Hopefully this will be a wake-up call to someone going through something similar. If so, don't burn 5 more years trying to fight for love. Trust me, fight for your own self-worth and get out. Amen, brother. And he says, he's addressing me, he says, you and the channel did help me massively, however, in the past few months to really find myself and be assured of who I am and what I deserve. Thank you again for everything. You're doing great things for the male community. Warm regards. Well, you're welcome, bro. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is my purpose. This is what I do. This is why I love what I do. And I'll keep doing it until I piss the wrong person off and they shut down the channel. But I'm working hard to make sure that doesn't happen. So, but anyhow, great job to this guy. I mean, it took him 5 years. And believe me, hearing this, I just want to slap him beside the head for the bullshit he dealt with. But if it took him 5 years to learn, he learned, okay? And so I'm sure this guy, after all this crap he's endured, is never going to do this again. So to the guy who wrote me this email, thank you for sharing this. This will guarantee help some guys out. And I'm going to suggest that you, right now, you make it your mission in life right now. Cut women out of your life for a little while and focus on you. Focus on being the best you can be in everything. Get yourself in really good shape and good health. Join a gym or do some kind of exercise program. Eat healthy and clean, not just how you look, but also how you feel. Whatever your job is, do what you got to do to rise in that job so you can make more money. Start putting away money, investing it, growing it, building your wealth. Start hanging out with a lot of people, making new friends, making new contacts, doing things to better yourself. If you have a passion in life that you want to go for, start finding ways to do that on the side. That maybe perhaps one day that could be a business. You said you like to play the drums. Obviously, I'm going to assume you're in a band, so see what you can do with that band. Pursue the things you enjoy. Become a happier, confident, better version of yourself. And when you reach all those points, you're never going to tolerate crap from anyone, let alone a girlfriend that acts like this. You'll attract better people in your life. And believe me as I tell you this, as you better yourself, don't think it's going to be just so easy like that, because life is interesting. Life will test you sometimes. And you may find yourselves in situations, scenarios, like with this woman, where you're going to, again, have to see, have you learned something? And are you going to not tolerate any BS? Or are you going to put up with it all over again? I really hope that it will be the first thing and you won't tolerate it. So, and this also goes to you guys watching this right now that may either be in a situation like this right now, or you might find yourself on this later on down the road. Hopefully this can help you. All right, guys. That is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.